let's get to Kevin Hart. Now, um, we're gonna watch Tisa tells a little bit of her video. I love Tisa. I'll follow her, follow her. She is the hardest working person on YouTube. She's always hopping on the live or putting up a video, and she's always researching and coming with the tea. I really love her channel. But she has been on Diddy like white on rice, baby. So now she's talking about Kevin Hart. Now, if y'all don't remember, a few years back, Kevin Hart and Katt Williams kind of had an exchange of words, or they kind of did interviews talking about each other. And Kevin Hart was trying to make it seem like, Katt Williams was a hater. And the reason why he has his success is because he works harder. Now, in my opinion, Katt Williams is funnier than Kevin Hart, and he also works hard. There are people who, it's not necessarily that you're outworking them, it's that you play the game better than them and you're willing to play ball better than them, right? And in that regards, you have two type of people. Well, really three. You have people who are, well, four actually. You do have the people who are lazy complainers, who don't work on their craft, who don't work on their skill set, have terrible customer service, and are not focused, right? And you have those type of people who complain while everybody else is passing them up. Then you have the person who is good at what they do, but they don't understand the game. They either don't understand the game, they're naive, and they're unwilling to play the game, right? That type of person could be working harder than a lazy person, but still not get anywhere, right? Then you got the people who they understand the game, they're good at what they do, and they play it enough to where they stay out of the BS. You know what I'm saying? They can get to a certain level, but ultimately there's gonna be a cap because they're still not willing to do certain things. And then you got the people that play ball all the way. And that's where Kevin Hart enters the chat, right? Because it's not that he's better or he works harder than Katt Williams. It's that he nasty. He willing to do certain things. So let's talk about Kevin Hart. Hold on, what you say? I can't stand people who do that. Putting clothes on top of the dog's coat. Yeah, they don't play. Again, guys, if y'all are coming in, hit the like button. Okay. Give me a second, y'all. I have so many dang tabs open.
Pleading out is a gift the prosecution gives you. Cooperating is a gift. It's not offered to everyone. You just can't.
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity software where you can manage everything and anything.
Mikhail is very hard to find. Again, I think everybody is taking for granted how long it took them to build a case against Epstein. One influential, always wanted to be in a different class. Just hear me out. So because Jay-Z at that time was basically trying to.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get to the point where she talks about Kevin Hart.
Yeah, exactly. Jay-Z mostly hung out with Diddy for Face. It was Halloween every day for him.
Girl, what is she talking about? Okay.
Yeah,
very educational.
Again, this is Trey songs. This is
where the party's at right here. No, this is where.
Here we go. Okay. So this is apparently Kevin Hart on video at a party.
Stop the music. Stop the music. I said stop the music. Stop the music.
I just got
okay. I'll check this out. I see this. What I'm going to.
I just got.
This is what I'm going to because I
Kevin, for some reason, is just yelling.
If you're not dancing, I just got hard. Then you got to go. So security, if you see somebody and they not dancing, they got to go.
Yeah.
Baby Diddy said, you're not gonna hold up the wall at my party. Y'all gotta get loose. Okay? Because at the end, we get nasty.
Now, interestingly enough, people are saying this scene is this party was actually described in Dawn's lawsuit. This is the exact party that was described in Dawn's lawsuit. You see them on the screen right now. Dirty Money. Hold on.
Period. Point blank. Period. Point. Lady.
If you notice, Kevin's wearing the same. Kevin is wearing the exact same shirt and clothes that he was wearing, right? That he was wearing when there was a remote on the bed, right, Jay? When there was a remote on the bed and Usher showed up for the after party. Let's also not forget what Jonathan Oddie said about what goes on in the Ciroc things. Let's also not forget that Diddy always had a special, according to these lawsuits, special bottles for the ladies and certain guys to drink from. Again, why is this party scene so important? This is the beginning, the middle, and you see with the remote on the bed, the end of a freak-off party that Dawn describes in her lawsuit.
Now, let's go back. Y'all remember when Kevin Hart got outed for cheating on Aniko? And there were videos of him, not just with one woman. It was multiple women in the room, okay? Baby, let me tell y'all. Sometimes don't nobody cheat like a man that's 4'11". I'm just saying.
Dude, let's keep going. Look at this. I want to say one thing. Why does everybody look so sad? Why does everybody look so sad? Even the bartender looked like she was on the last train to hell. Let's also not forget that these are the parties that Dawn said were also when they were promoting Last Train to Paris. Ciroc was paying Diddy $250,000 for each of these appearances when he had Ciroc, and he was giving Dawn and Kalina $5,000. Dawn and Kalina. Jamie said it looks like Ciroc sponsored that live party that Dirty Money had to be at. I'm sure he gave them none of the money. Dawn said he only gave her $5,000 or $250,000 and said everybody was coming to see me. This is also that party, I believe, that Dawn said that she had to run to her room because don't forget, Diddy rented out the whole floor, top 2 floors, had to run to her room and push furniture against her door because she thought something was going to happen to her. This is the party. And it's like a who's who.
I don't know if my mic is on or not. It's a movement.
Make sure Kevin.
He hired Kevin to actually host.
There we go.
Look, I don't know if y'all realize this or not. Look, it's a movement, bitches.
They live stream this. This is another thing.
Come in.
Come over here. Get some camera shine, ladies. Get some camera. Baby,
Come on this side. Come on this side. Let's get it popping over here.
Put the areolas in, ladies.
Yeah,
Make sure they're tucked in.
This is where the party's at, right here.
No, this is where it is.
Right now,
These are the workers. Write down.
I don't know.
Look at these
I don't know
workers.
what that allows me to do or not.
The women that he paid to walk around with lingerie. Kevin Hart is being gross with them. But even then, again, it's a who's who of the music industry. It's Last Train to Paris. I don't see no Jay-Z, don't see no Beyonce, but I see Fabolous. I see Swiss Beats. I see Trey Songz. I see a lot of people.
Now, y'all remember that round table that Fabolous and Diddy was at? And Diddy was like, when you gonna go party with me? And Fabolous was like, I've been at your parties. And he was like, nah, we gonna come party for real. And Fabolous just kind of looked like, you know, and you could tell he ain't really want to check Diddy. I would have checked him. Like another grown woman come at me like that, sis, I'm checking you, right? And then you done came at me publicly like that in front of everybody, in front of all these people, and everybody knew. We might not have known at the time, but everybody in the industry knew what he was on. And Fabolous just kind of looked like he was scared, right? And that makes me kind of wonder about Fabolous, because y'all remember Fabolous, you know, he had that tumultuous relationship with Emily B. For a long time, he didn't want to publicly come out with her. Then when she was on Love and Hip Hop, He ain't want to come to none of the shows. He didn't want to come to none of the photo shoots with her. And I get it. He might not have wanted to look like a love and hip hop artist, but he could have at least came to like her photo shoots. They didn't even have to show the storyline. And then it came out that he was laying hands and feet on her and he knocked her teeth out. And a lot of that makes me feel like you don't even, do you like women, or what has gone on in your life that you feel so much animosity towards your partner? And usually the way we treat others is the way we treat ourselves. So why are you so self-loathing, sir?
See Dawn and Kalina, and it makes you think. I mean, this is the party that she was describing in her lawsuit.
Hey, you see what we're doing right now? DJ, stop the music.
Yeah.
DJ, stop the music.
What up?
Check this out. If your name ain't Sean Combs, you got to take your hat off.
This is also, sorry, this is Diddy's weird control things. Randomly in a party.
Okay, let me tell you something, Carlos. Don't nobody cheat like a man that's 4'11" or a man that's working with 4 inches. If y'all know what I mean. They cheat the most. They cheat the most. They cheat the most. Okay, I'm gonna continue.
He demanded that all the men take their hat off, and he would be the only one that was allowed to wear a hat in the house. Again, Diddy was always exerting control in weird ways.
No hat. Male, you got to take your hat off. It's a little bit disrespectful to be in my house.
Yep.
Oh, just to let you guys know, the women that are dancing around Sean and what's his name? Kevin, where he's like, I'm hard. That was Kalina and it was Dawn. This, you guys, this is the Dirty Money album release party / freak off that Dawn described in her lawsuit. Dirty Money was Dawn Richards and Kalina Harper and Diddy. This is the Last Train to Paris album release party. So yes, that is Dawn, and this is one of the scenes she described in her lawsuit.
With your hat on, okay?
All y'all niggas in here with
There
these
she go right
hot-ass
there.
khakis on.
Hey, yo, for real,
These hot-ass beanie caps. Get the beanie caps off.
Hold on, where my son at?
The light-skinned dude with the good hair.
Y'all gotta hear this part. Hold on really quick. Hold on this part. Because at this point, really quick, Kevin, I don't know, he seemed like he's had a lot of Ciroc. He might have drank from the wrong Ciroc bottle. But listen to what Kevin...
You know what? Let me say something. It's always like men that look like Diddy that be trying to crack jokes on light-skinned men, but look at all the women that Diddy date, with the exception of Kim Porter and what's the girl name? Young Miami. Okay, come on now. He always dating something light-skinned, so that's always funny to me. Real quick, Mariah, boy Chris Brown got a 16 million lawsuit coming. Now, you know that ain't my boy. You know, I think Chris Brown is very talented. He's a great performer. He brings quality to his shows. His talent is undeniable. He is the best R&B performer of our time, right? And when I say of our time, I mean of that millennial generation. You know what I'm trying to say? With that said, people give him a pass. I was watching a friend of mine on YouTube who also has a channel, Halfway Up Podcast. It's a really good podcast if you want to subscribe if you have time. But he loves music and he loves art. And he was talking about how nobody lets Chris Brown live down the fact that he beat up Rihanna. And I'm like, I have to explain to him, sir, the reason why Karrueche Tran got a 5-year restraining order against Chris Brown was because the neighbors came to the trial and testified that Chris Brown would be whooping her ass so bad that her screams were so loud that they had to call the police. It's just the police never took him to jail, and Karrueche protected him a lot of the time. Even since that trial, Karrueche never has publicly came out and given a statement that Chris Brown laid hands on her. She just wanted that to be behind her, for him to leave her alone, and she wanted to be known for acting, because not too long after that she launched her acting career and did Claws and all that, so she never even talks about it. But even when those documents leaked, people were calling her a liar, a clout chaser, and all of that. They said the man punched her in the stomach, kicked her down the stairs, would drag her by her hair, and she weighs like 110 pounds, y'all. Right? You've had multiple women who have tried to come out and say that Chris Brown did stuff to them at these parties he would have at his house. And yes, are you going to have some women sprinkled in there who are lying or making things up or want to get a bag? Yes, there are a lot of scandalous women out there. So I say if you have 30 people come out and speak out against a celebrity, you're going to have a percentage of those people who are lying, right? But I'm going to say most are probably not. You had a girl come out a couple weeks ago who said that when she was 18, Sage the Gemini and Chris Brown invited them to a party off of Snapchat. Now, y'all got money. Why are y'all meeting girls off of Snapchat and inviting them to your home? Let's start there. You don't even know these girls from an apple. You got too much to lose. So that lets me know you already wanted a power dynamic. You already wanted broke chicks who were going to be impressed in your presence at the very least. And she said Sage the Gemini raped her. The girl's friend was 16 and Chris Brown raped her. And she, so then she said after they did that, Chris Brown would not send them home on an Uber unless they signed an NDA saying that it was consensual. So basically, they got coerced into signing an NDA. But there have been multiple women who have come out. So when people try to paint this victim narrative of Chris Brown, like, oh, people just won't let him make it. That man has gotten so many passes just off of the strength that he light-skinned, can dance, and is famous. That's it. That's all. So when I saw him do that video and he was talking about him seeing his dad abuse his mother, and then when he talked about the incident with Rihanna, y'all should have seen how he described it. You can go back and watch it. He was like, yeah, she hit me and then I just hit her back. And the way he described it, it was as if he just reacted and hit her one time. When we saw Rihanna, he laid hands and feet on her. He body rocked that girl like she was a man. He didn't just hit her one time, but he tried to downplay the severity of what he did to her in that car. And, Rihanna, she didn't come up and speak out about it. She's tried to leave that in the past. All right, let's continue with this Kevin Hart video. Yeah, but I'm so
Kevin says about Diddy's boys. I think it's weird that
And let me say this. Y'all know Chris Brown got discovered when he was 12. He put his first album out when he was 16, and he was around all those industry dudes that entire time. So if y'all think that he didn't get touched, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay, he was around all of them just like Justin Bieber was around all of them. So y'all best believe they did something to Chris when he was young. And I think that might play a role in how he already saw that growing up at home. Then he's brought around all these adult men who wanted to exploit him. So y'all better believe that plays a factor into why he behaves that way with women. And Chris Brown is also very aggressive with like other men. He's so quick, he's so quick to want to fight. He's so quick to get into it, try to prove that he's hard and that he's some street dude. And Chris Brown can fight now. But I think a lot of that is coming from him feeling like he needs to defend himself because he probably couldn't do it when he was younger.
Diddy had his kids here. These are to me, they look young, but listen.
Now you got to take your hat off. It's a little bit disrespectful to be in my house with your hat on, okay?
All y'all niggas ain't.
And let me say this. These are just my thoughts and opinion on Chris Brown. I got to say that.
With these holla ass scuddies on.
Hey, yo, for real.
These hot ass beanie caps. Get the beanie caps off.
Hold on, where my son at?
The light skinned dude with the good hair. That's just. Shout out to Lil Diddy 1 and 2.
Now, when he telling people to take their beanie caps on, I wonder if Neo was at that party. I wonder if Neo was at that party with a beanie on and they was trying to be shady. Let me stop.
Yeah. Shouts out to Diddy's sons who look nothing like him. It's still in question. We don't really know what's going on. Oh, come on, man. Come on, dude. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Come on, man. That's what I like. See, because as sons, people understand, man. You guys may have a different life, but at the same time,
Give it up for my sons. They know how to articulate themselves. Thank you very much.
We got a lot of stars in the building right now. First and foremost, myself. Let's acknowledge that real quick before we get to questions. Shout out to my nigga Fab. Still using the eraser on his Timbs. Hey, Puff, look, real quick.
Right there, right behind Diddy, that's Kalina on the left of Diddy, and Dawn on the right. Dawn has a blonde streak in her bang. This is the party that the freak off happened, and she had to run and barricade herself in the room.
I want to ask some people.
Hey, yo, for real, if you hit me that hard again.
Listen. Okay, first of all, get your body together. Work out. Hey, listen.
Wow. Trey Songz.
Wow.
Who's here somewhere.
I'm right here, Puff.
Oh, he's here? Where's he? Yeah.
Okay, now y'all know what they say about Trey Songz too. He's gonna get his due too. Because there have been several women, including Keke Palmer, who have come out talking about Trey Songz. So you got a whole bunch of dudes who are known for being nasty at this party.
Yeah. Come on in. It's Trey Songz, yo. Make some noise for Trey Songz in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Straight from the garden, ripping it down.
Yeah, that's hot.
Paris.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got her. This shit says Diddy on it.
Hey,
Trey Songz, we all know
shout
he
out to
is
nigga
a
Trey
mess.
in the building, whatever.
Okay, so y'all gotta catch the symbolism here. You got a microphone that people have to hold to their mouth. These grown men hold them to their mouth, and the microphone says Diddy on it. Okay, let's go.
Hurt just came from the garden. Great. Yeah, it's good. Sold out show. Whatever.
Yeah, it was cool.
The fact
That man is
we come
diabolical.
here right now. Millions of us light workers have incarnated on this planet.
That's great.
But we here to talk about last night in Paris.
Trey. Let's talk about last Paris real quick, Trey. It's Mike back. Give me this. All right.
I think. Okay, take this one.
Oh, okay, there it is. All right, Trey, you got a track on the album.
Yes,
I heard the track. I can honestly say I'm a fan of the track. It was a very positive track. You did your thing on it. How?
My shit was positive. It was positive. I mean, he's at a loss for words tonight. Why don't you tell me? Why don't you tell me? Stand up.
Again, very educational.
Again, this is Trey Songz. This is Diddy. There's Kalina. There's Dirty Money. Everybody is laughing and joking, but we all know that pandemonium went down later. We all know that pandemonium. Yeah, it's early 2000s when the last Train for Paris actually came out, right? Again, it's not the wild parties. Again, this was live stream. What went on afterwards is what Dawn actually described in
I see y'all over there. DJ Clue, we want to thank you for being one of our first.
We got DJ Clue right there. This is the party.
We're going
to
turn it up. This is my joint.
I'm sure y'all saw this. This is part of the party that they invited revelers to, right? They had beautiful young women in tubs.
Y'all see this, man? You got women in the bathtub at a party that they're live streaming. Y'all, this is what they're doing on camera. I can only imagine what was going
Getting
on.
washed up.
Behind closed doors.
Check out what's going on. It's official. We're here. Dirty Money album release party, last Train to Paris. It's crazy.
You play too much.
I decided to switch scenes. Got too hectic down there. I'm up here in the hot tub, doing it official. You know what I'm saying? My Trey's up here. Fab's up here. You know, when you have a scene like this, you got to bring bosses with you.
Hold on. Mel said Kevin was on that pink Tucci powder. They're so gross, all of them. Was Tucci even around back then? I thought that was something new. Was Tucci around back then? Hold on, let me get back to the chat while this is playing.
It's female friendly. We got a ladies and female. She's butt ball. That's what I call it. Raw dog.
No, they look like they don't have any clothes on.
Once everybody gets out, just me and the lady. This is my scene. I'm used to this type of thing. Doing what I do best. Oh! Did the camera catch that? Cut the camera! Cut the camera!
Yo, Kevin's eyes look glassier than a mofo. That's all I'm saying. Look at this.
Okay. I remember this clip. Back then, I thought nothing of it, shaking my head. Yeah, like, I don't know why we were so desensitized to this stuff. I feel like the culture just makes us feel like, okay, that's normal. But now that people are coming out and speaking out about what was going on behind closed doors, you look at that and be like, you're doing too much. And then you kind of see the little inside jokes. It's really crazy. I'm not going to play that whole thing. We get the gist of it. Kevin Hart was a nasty dude. We've seen some videos outside of just this live stream where we know he nasty. Okay. And it is what it is. Now, I'm gonna pull up this video that Dave Chappelle did to reveal why Kevin Hart has the favor he does in Hollywood. Hold on. Now, y'all know Dave Chappelle for a long time, he was out of the industry because he didn't want to play ball. Okay, let me see what you're talking about, Skinny. I remember this clip. Back then, I thought nothing of it, shaking my head. Kevin Hart in an old interview talked about how he never sacrificed his integrity and wear a dress. Then he ended up wearing one on SNL. Oh, they said, baby, you're going to eat them words. You're going to eat them words. And I think what they don't understand that happens is they will let you get so far and you get accustomed to a certain lifestyle. Then that's when they spring a lot of this stuff on you and be like, well, if you don't, we'll give you all the riches and everything you want in the world if you do X, Y, Z. But if you don't, you're going to lose it all. And that's when you have to decide. Once you've gotten used to the lifestyle. And I think for a lot of these men, they might not like it to begin with, but after a while, it's like they get turned out. They start enjoying that nasty stuff. It's either they already liked it, they were already susceptible to it, or they got exposed to it and then they start enjoying everything that they're feeling and they just completely lose themselves in that.
Black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them.
This is from the channel Culture Covered here on YouTube.
They're like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress.
Wow. I don't think anyone saw this one coming.
Dave Chappelle is finally speaking out on rumors that Kevin Hart sold his soul for fame. And Dave reportedly believes that Kevin would have never made it big if he didn't agree to do some of the things he previously swore he would never do.
Dave Chappelle, another great comedian, said that, in the industry, they tried to make him wear a dress. Have you ever ran into that with scripts? And is that something that, you wouldn't do, for
I definitely have ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you have to have.
He hadn't ran into it yet. And that's what they were trying to explain. This is something that is brought to you once you already have established yourself, once you've already hit a certain level. You know what I'm saying? So even like with Chappelle, it's like he reached a certain height, had the Chappelle show. Now that devil is coming to collect.
You have to have boundaries.
Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart are both extremely successful comedians. However, unlike Kevin, Dave has been very outspoken about the dark side of Hollywood and all the ways he was screwed over by the industry higher ups who wanted to control him.
Because my name and likeness is being used by them in perpetuity throughout the universe. It's in the contract.
Now, as for Kevin, he's definitely one of the most hardworking comedians out there. However, we all know that hard work alone is not enough to make it big in Hollywood. So what's the secret to Kevin's worldwide success? Well, it might have something to do with what Dave Chappelle claims about comedians who willingly agree to humiliate themselves in exchange for money and exposure. To give you some context, there's a long-standing conspiracy theory that black male entertainers are asked to wear a dress on screen before they can make it big in Hollywood. What's also disturbing,
even if you look at TikTok and Instagram, and you look at all the comedians who are coming up and gaining some level of success, a lot of times they start off doing skits pretending to be women. It's like some type of, and before then, they're not even like approached by anybody higher up. They're just trying to get their name on the map. but they feel like this is the model for success, right? This is how I become successful. Now, a lot of those men that I've seen, they tend to already have tendencies. You get what I'm trying to say? That they seem to enjoy wearing them dresses a little too much.
Disturbing is that Black comedians often end up playing these exaggerated and offensive versions of Black women that reinforce negative stereotypes.